Hello ladies and gents, Jack here, today bringing you some juicy news snippets and information from around the Battlefield scene. Kicking things off on the CTE version of Battlefield 4, the first official work in progress nighttime map is available. What we're looking at here is of course Siege of Shanghai, but as you can tell, it's at nighttime, it's raining, very dark and very atmospheric. So instead of just turning all the lights off, this is a proper redo of the level. This is the Infiltration of Shanghai. The skybox is different, there's a moon in the sky, there's many new and destructible light sources that have been added as well. DICE LA don't want this to play exactly the same as the normal Siege of Shanghai map. It's supposed to be a unique and different experience, and so some big changes have taken place. For example, tank spawns have been removed from the deployment zones and replaced with LAVs. The C flag is now at the ground floor of the skyscraper and the elevators are disabled so you can't get up to the top. Certain rooftops have been made out of bounds as well. On top of this, the map has changed into Conquest Assault now, which means that the Chinese side control all of the flags at the beginning of the round and the US team have to fight into and around the city to reclaim it and start bleeding some tickets. And this button here activates a blackout on the level, deactivating many of the light sources in the map and plunging it into darkness. Having played a few rounds of the map myself, I can say it's certainly a different experience to the vanilla level, and with 3D spotting disabled, it really offers up some tense gameplay. Suppressors are your friend here, and in some parts of the level it's really difficult to see players unless they're moving. This could actually turn out to be really cool and could pave the way for some more official nighttime maps. Next up, more content on the way for the Battlefield series, but exactly what is it? As we know, the DICE LA team confirmed that more BF4 content is on the way, and the team released a survey asking players to vote on their favourite classic Battlefield maps. Because of this, most people are presuming it's a 6th DLC with 4 classic maps remade. But what if it's more than that? A few recent tweets from David Serland, otherwise known as Dice Tiggy, stated that the team were filming videos for part of a new announcement. And the announcement is focused on a large project that's kind of big and deserves lots of focus. Now obviously this is just a tweet and it can be interpreted in lots of different ways, but that doesn't sound like a standard DLC to me. Could this be more than just a 4-map DLC? Are DICE LA actually working on something bigger than this, some sort of large expanded content for Battlefield 4? If you think about it, since their inception, the DICE LA team publicly has only worked on Dragon's Teeth, Final Stand and the ongoing work with Battlefield 4 CTE. And according to this PC Gamer article from May 2013, when the studio was officially announced, they plan to have around 60 employees in total. That's quite a big team and more indicative of a bigger project than DLC for an existing game. Or it could just be that they're helping out with Star Wars Battlefront development, which would also make sense. Either way, it's pretty exciting stuff. I'm looking forward to this video announcement, whatever it is. And you know, it's just fun to suppose and guess what's going on there. Illuminati confirmed. Final little snippet of information before we end today's video. The Battlefield Hardline beta has ended now after being extended by 1 day and apparently had over 7 million players in total, which is quite a staggering number for a beta and actually surprised me a little bit. I did a little research online, but unfortunately I couldn't find the total number of players for the Battlefield 4 beta for a comparison. I don't know if they ever actually made that information public, but the Destiny beta, for example, had 4.6 million players of course, but that wasn't available on PC. And I thought we'd end up with some more Easter egg reloads recorded in the Hardline beta. The only one I personally managed to get was the RPG reload whilst I was streaming, but 3 others have been discovered in the meantime. This is probably my favourite of the lot from Gibzo-Matic, and this is the Jury secondary weapon. I mean, just look at those silky skills, man. Just too good. And this is the 93R, a clip that comes from Phil Rostron. Pretty straightforward, that one. And finally the M16A3 rare reload from Alwado. Pulls the magazine out, inspects it, and then jabs the same one back in, followed by a quick punch. Very nice. Links are in the description for the original footage. And that's all we've got for today, folks. As always, thank you for watching. Give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you in the next one.